Rabbeinu is saying in Torah Lamedvav, Bikrov alai mere'im, when the enemies, bad enemies are coming to me, Le'echol et besari, to eat my flesh, v'chulei, David HaMelech is saying. David HaMelech, all of his life, everyone chased after him. He didn't have one quiet day in his life. וזהו כלל, and it's a rule, Rabbeinu is saying. כי כל נפש מישראל, that every soul from עם ישראל, הוא מושרש ב-70 נפש של בית יעקב. His roots are in the 70 souls of the house of Yaacov, of the family of Yaacov. ו-70 נפש של בית יעקב, and 70 souls of Yaacov, מושרשים, their roots are coming from 70 פנים של התורה, 70 faces of the Torah. Like that we know also that there are 600,000 souls of Bnei Israel that received the Torah in Ma'amad Har Sinai, and also 600,000 letters to the Torah Kedosha. So actually every neshama got a certain letter in the Torah. This is her root. וזה לעומת זה עשה האלוקים, and הקדוש ברוך הוא made that according to that, in front of that, what it means. שכנגד 70 נפש של בית יעקב, that corresponding to the 70 souls of עם ישראל, of יעקב, הם 70 לשון. There are also 70 languages, 70 nations. שכל לשון ולשון, that every nation and nation, every language and language, יש לה מידה רעה בפני עצמה. It's got a certain bad attribute, bad behavior, that they're unique in that. מה שאין בחברתה. And the other nations are not strong in that bad attribute like that nation. One nation, they have to murder. One nation, they love to steal. One nation, ni'uf. One nation, violence. One nation, anger. One nation, sadness. Everyone, they're very special in that. In a way that no one else can compete them. ומחמת המידות האלו, and because of those attributes, הם מרוחקים מ-70 פנים של התורה, של תורה. Because of that, they're far been rejected from the 70 faces of the Torah. וכשהנפש של בית יעקב, and when the soul of בית יעקב, one of us, חס ושלום, בא בגלות, comes in the exile, תחת יד 70 לשונות, under the hand of one of the 70 nations, היינו במידותיהם הרעים means to behave in their bad attributes. If a person, Israeli person, is angry or sad, אזי היא רעמת 70 קלין, so his soul is screaming from inside in 70 voices. Maybe you're not aware to that, maybe we cannot feel it, but from inside we're screaming 70 voices. 70 voices always, on every bad attribute, 70 voices screaming. The Jew, he cannot stand his situation, that he's in exile, that he's not behaving right, that he's not polite, that he's not kind, that he's not generous. He cannot bear that. He hates it. He's screaming from his side, from inside. The soul is screaming, I want Hashem, I want Hashem, I don't want to behave like that, I don't want to be angry, I don't want to be cheap. I want Hashem, what's going on? The soul is screaming from inside. כיולדת, like the woman in labor. שקודם הלידה, that before she gives birth, היא צועקת 70 קלין, she's screaming in 70 voices, like it's written in the Zohar Pinchas. כנגד 70 תבין שבמזמור יענך. According to the 70 words that in that song of Tehillim, יענך השם ביום צרה. שבלא זה, and without that the woman gonna scream, אי אפשר לה לילד, she cannot give birth. Means that the Ben Israel, the Jew, if he's not screaming to Hashem Yitbarach, take me out from those narrow places, from my bad midot, if he's not screaming, he cannot go out from that. He cannot. It's a rule that Borei Olam made. Borei Olam done that we have to scream to him and that he gonna save us. Why he done that? Because if a person is doing something and succeeding without prayer, without tefillah, he's gonna be arrogant. He's gonna think that he was the one that succeeded. But if you're praying on something and then Hashem is saving you, so then you know for sure that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was the one that saved you. If you're so successful and wise and talented that everything that you're touching become to be gold, you cannot escape from the arrogant. Nothing gonna help you to succeed, to go out from the arrogant, from that horrible feeling of certain being in this world, that you think that you're better than someone else. But only when you feel that you're worthless, that you're zero, that you're nothing, that you're not succeeding, that you're not able to find your Shiur, that you're not able to find your Parnasah, that you're not able to learn Torah, that you're not able to do Chava, that you're not able to fix yourself, your attribute, your midot, to do an arid badadut, and then you start to scream, you say, Hashem, I don't know what to do. I don't know anymore what to do. Everything that I'm touching, even if it was gold, it becomes to be mud. Not that it's not growing and not succeeding. I'm ruined. I'm ruined. Like we said a few days ago, you receive the wife and you ruin your shlom bayit. You receive children and you ruin their education. You have an opportunity to sit and learn Torah and you're wasting all of your life, all of your days. And so from that point, a man can start screaming to Hashem Yitbarach. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants that only for us. Because only through that we're going to be humble. We're going to understand that the Hashem Yitbarach, He is the one that is saving us, and we have to have that understanding. If a person comes to the world to come with the feeling that he was something in the world to come, he will not going to see Hashem. He won't have the ability to recognize Hashem. The righteous people are pointing and saying, Zeh Hashem kivinu lo, this is Hashem that we were hoping for Him. This is how you can see Hashem in the world to come. Only if you were waiting for Him, hoping for Him before. And then when you're going to see Him, you're going to say, oh, this is Him. This is Him that I believed in Him. This is Him that I was praying to Him, that I saw Him, that I was waiting, that He's going to reveal Himself, and now I can see Him. But if you were not looking for Him, you will never going to be able to see Him. Even if they're going to give you a share to the world to come, you will not going to be able to enjoy. You can enjoy only from things that you realize. If now someone going to give you the biggest, most sophisticated computer, and you don't know how, you don't know English, you don't know how to, you don't know software, you don't know nothing. For you, it's just going to bother you. It's just going to take space. For someone else that he's got knowledge in computer, it's going to be heaven for him. This is the best thing that ever happened to him in his lifetime. But if you don't know on which button to push, nothing, it's just bothery standing a stone in the middle of an obstacle, in the middle of your house. You don't need it. A man can see all of the light in the world to come, and it's just going to make him blind. What's going on here? What's that? What's all of that noise? He cannot hear the voice of Torah. Take someone that doesn't like to learn Torah, put him in Beit Midrash, it's too loud for him, it's too crowded for him, he cannot enjoy, he cannot fit. This is something that you have to buy out of effort. It means first of all to have that will, the desire for Hashem Yitbarach, yearning for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, tefillot, hours of tefillot. Rabbeinu said that he came to this world for one thing, for tefillah. And if you're getting closer to that issue of tefillah, you're getting closer to Rabbeinu. V'ani tefillah. And if you're still far from tefillah, you're still far from Rabbeinu HaKadosh. And I'm talking to myself all of the time. When we're still far from Shmona Esrei, still far from saying brachot with all of our heart, if we're still far from that gift, itbodedut, that you can talk to Hashem Yitbarach a lot. Mamash, and this is your solution, like we learned yesterday. That you can talk to Him on everything, on every trouble. This is your only solution. Rabbi Eliezer Shlomo Shik de Moharosh said, all of the reason that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world is that people gonna go through what they need to go through, gonna go to a quiet place and gonna talk about it with Hashem. For that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. That you're gonna take your burden that you're going to take your troubles to the field. That you're going to go with them to Hashem. One going to talk about his fears and anxieties. One going to talk about his lack of confidence and that he hates himself, that he cannot understand himself. One going to talk about his will, and everyone going to talk from his point. And with the time, another prayer, another prayer, another prayer, you're completing yourself. You become to be a human being. This is what the Gemara is saying. There is one thing, דשהוא ברומו של עולם, קירום זולות לבני אדם, that is in the peak of the world, that it's higher than everything else. ברומו של עולם, in the top of the world. And people disrespect that. ובני אדם מזלזלים בו. And Rashi is saying, זאת תפילה. It's prayer. It's tefillah. Means that bnei Adam, even people that called bnei Adam, even people that are learning Torah, you need to be something to be called a ben Adam, to be a human being. There are a lot of animals that walks on two legs. But even bnei Adam, even people that are learning Torah, they still don't understand that. For that Rabbeinu came to the world. Rabbeinu came to the world to wake us up, that we're going to understand that humility, that Hashem Yitbarach, you need Him. By sitting and learning Torah all day long, you cannot be humble. We don't have those vessels, we don't have those tools, we don't have that will. This is the problem. Only the Itbodedut is humiliating us. Only in the Itbodedut you feel that you're zero. Only in the Itbodedut you feel that you're nothing. Only when you confess in the Itbodedut and you admit again and again, I'm sorry Hashem, again I mistake today on that, and again I failed today in this. Only like that you realize with one day and the other day that you're nothing, that only Hashem can help you. So it is humiliating, and we have a problem with that because people that are arrogant, they don't like to be humiliated, and it's a problem. But Baruch Hashem, that Borei Olam found a way to push us to the purpose. The purpose is to be humble. The purpose is to understand that Borei Olam, He is the one and only. So even that we're fighting, we're arguing with the purpose. We don't like the purpose of Borei Olam, what did He send us to do here in this world. We have issues with Borei Olam. The snake, he promised something that is tempting. The snake said, V'yitem ke'elokim, you're going to be like God. It's tempting. And we hear that whispering all day long. You can be like God, you can be like God. You're going to be like God. People are going to bow to you like Aman HaRasha. People are going to bow. You're going to be an idol, an American idol. You're going to be. Imaginations full with lust and desires. And a person for 5 minutes of satisfaction of lust and desires, for that he gets rid of everything. Because you have only two options and you cannot be in the two places in one time. You cannot. It's all that you're going to serve Hashem or that you're serving yourself, lust and desires. So in the moment that you decided to satisfy yourself in a certain lust, this is it. This is the moment that you cut yourself from Hashem Yitbarach. You said to Hashem, sorry, I rather to satisfy, to pleasure my body. And this is it. And you cut yourself from the source of satisfaction. I remember I heard Rabbi David Chaim Stern in Uman that he said that people that still have lust for women, they cannot understand what we're talking about. Because only after you breaking that, you can start enjoy from this world. And actually all of the satisfaction that people think that they have, it's only imagination, it's not real fun. It's not real satisfaction, it's bitterness. You cannot understand it because you're so afraid to leave the small stupid thing that you have. Think about a poor person that what that he's got in his life is certain small bag with a I don't know what he's got inside of that, few stones and a lighter. And for him, and a Swiss knife. This is what that he's got. Tell him now to drop that. He cannot. For him it's a treasure. It's a treasure. I remember I read once a book on a person that was a Holocaust survivor, that he said that it took him 3 months to drop few needles, that he was dragging those needles with him in the camps for 3 or 4 years. And even after that he went out from the camp, and this is it, he couldn't drop those needles. He was holding them with him. And if this is what that you got, needles, they didn't have nothing over there. For him, those needles saved his life. You can never imagine how many times. He was doing things, and he was fixing clothes and shoes for people, and he was receiving food through those needles. He had a profession, he had a miktzah, he had something in his life. So those needles for him was more important than life. He was hiding them every day and in his shoes, and he was... So even after the Holocaust, it took him 3 months until he realized that he doesn't need them anymore. This is it, he can drop them. 3 months. So for people like us that were poor from wisdom, for us the lust and desires, on them we're counting, on them we're leaning. Hey, this is my satisfaction. Now I can eat, now I can relax, now I can sleep. It's not real fun. We're not aware to that. We need to believe to the righteous people that are saying, you haven't even started to feel the taste of the Torah, of the Tefillah. Righteous people can stand for hours and hours and hours to pray Shmona Esrei. The Rabbanit Cook asked Rav Shalom on her husband, on Rav Cook. She told him, I don't know what to do. My husband is standing days in Shmona Esrei and I don't know, he's not eating. Rav Shalom told her, don't worry. He's eating while he's praying. He's receiving. HaKadosh Baruch Hu nurtures him. HaKadosh Baruch Hu feeds him. When he's praying, he's connecting himself to Hashem. So Rabbeinu said, I got wisdoms that you can live on them and you don't need to eat. You don't need achila or shtiyah. On the way to Eretz Yisrael, when Rabbeinu suffered so much on the way back from Eretz Yisrael, Rabbeinu, he didn't have a choice and he had to eat something. He said he couldn't lachyot et atzmo, to revive himself with nothing else, so he had to eat something. Means that before of that, for a long time, wasn't eating nothing. He couldn't find nothing to lachyot et atzmo, to bring life to himself, so he had to eat something. Only because that he was so in such a narrow place, and so many tzimtzumim, so many difficulties. Means we need to work strong, each and every one of us, to believe in those words of righteous people, of tzaddikim, that are sending us to serve Hashem Yitbarach in Mesirut Nefesh, and to believe that ההולכים בחושך ראו אור גדול, that the ones that are walking in darkness finally going to see a huge light, and to believe that that light exists, and even that you cannot see it. All of Am Yisrael are standing under the mountain, and everyone can see Moshe Rabbeinu brought down on a bed, and this is it, and everyone sees that. And Yeshua bin Nun is closing his eyes, he's saying, I cannot see nothing. Moshe told me that he's gonna come, I'm waiting for him. Only because he had faith in his rabbi. We need to work strong on that, on our faith in Chachamim, to know that in that everything depends. When you're close to the righteous people, they're watering all of your plants, and you can grow, and suddenly you bring fruits into the world, and you can succeed, and your limud Torah worth something. And if you just walk away, it's not physically, that you start to imagine to yourself that you have something of your own, that you are a reality, that you're also righteous, that you also can connect yourself to Hashem. This is the time that your spring suddenly becomes dry. And a lot of people failed in that. And I'm telling you things that I heard from a Rav, one-on-one conversations that I heard from him on people that were so close to a Rav, and they lost everything. Rav Shalom told me, I told you that a few times, he told me, every time you have a problem, say Ribono Shel Olam, Rav Shalom send me, please don't stop me. And then he looked at me and told me, it's a nice prayer, right? It's a tefillah yafa, nachon? It's a nice prayer. Think about it. That a person can be so humble, that he understands that really is important in heaven. And he's not arrogant to say that. It's from his humility. He realized that he's important to Hashem, that you can count on him. There was that story with the son of Rabbi Yochanan that was very sick, and he was praying on him that he's going to be well and going to heal, and nothing helped. So he called Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa came, put his hand between the legs of that baby, started to cry, to pray to Hashem, and the boy woke up and healed. It was a miracle. So the wife of Rabbi Yochanan told him, is Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa bigger than you? You are Rabbi Yochanan, you're huge. Talking about Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. Probably, if it was Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. The prince of Am Yisrael, Nesi Am Yisrael. So he said, no, the difference between me and him is that I'm like a minister for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for the king. And I cannot come to the king if the king is not calling me. But he is like a simple slave that he can enter to clean, to fix the table of the king, to do whatever he needs to do. And by the way, he's talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and he's saying few words. And he can come to the king every moment. Like Rabbi Zusha, that got the same place. Rabbi Zusha, this is the way that he dragged his brother Rabbi Elimelech Milizhensk to come and to meet the Maggid Mimezrich. Both of them were serving Hashem Yitbarach before that Noam Elimelech met the Maggid Mimezrich, and Rabbi Zusha went and saw the Maggid Mimezrich and started to become to be mamash flame of fire, that he was serving Hashem Yitbarach in a mesirut nefesh that we cannot understand. And the Noam Elimelech looked at him one day and told him, what's going on with you? What are you doing? Where you receive all of those powers from? What happened to you, my brother? You went somewhere. So he told him the difference between us, and he explained to him based on Limud Torah. He told him, you are like a slave, like a person that is very connected to the king. And you can see Hashem Yitbarach whenever the king he wished to, that you're going to see him. He comes out to the people. So you're one of the ones that sit with the king. So even maybe every day when the king comes out to sit with you, with the ministers, so you can see him in that meeting. But me, I'm like a simple person that was a farmer, that all of my life I wanted to see the king. And I was yearning to see the king, and I wished all of my life to see the king. And I was saving money to come to the big city. And I came, and then I don't remember all of the details. I came to the palace, and they stopped me. I said, I want to see the king, and become to be noise, because you cannot see the king. And then the king asked, who is that person? What's all of that noise? I said, there is a simple farmer that wants to see you, and said that for years he wants to see you. So, all right, bring him in. And they talked, and he told him, I came, I saved my money all of my life, I wanted to see you, I want to please you, I want to work for you. So he told him, you know what, I'm going to give you a job here, you're going to work in the palace, you're going to do a few things. So he told him, it's good, I'm thanking you very much, but I want to see you more. So he took him to an attic above his office, and they made a hole in the ceiling, and he told him, from here you can pick. You can look at me every day through that hole. And he was working all day long, just that he's going to have that time to sit in that attic and to look at the king every day. And so Rabbi Zusha explained to the Noam Elimelech, to his brother Rabbi Elimelech, told him, this is me. I can see the king all of the time. Even though that I'm not important like you, I'm not learning Torah like that you are learning Torah, it all depends in tefillah. We're receiving that ability by the Itbodedut. Because by the Itbodedut, this is the question that the Maharosh said, that when he was 15 years old, he had a question, how can it be that the righteous people he had faith, of course, he was a Chassid, he was learning Torah, everything, but it was hard for him to understand, how can it be that it's written in a lot of stories on tzaddikim that they're going up to heaven and coming back down to this world. And he said, if a person is alive, so he's in this world. If after 120, so he's going to the world to come. He couldn't understand, how can it be that righteous people are going up and down? He couldn't understand that. And then he said that when he got close to Breslev and he read the books of Meshivat Nefesh, Vishtapchut Nefesh, so he realized that by Hitbodedut, you're not climbing up to heaven, you're bringing heaven to here, to this world. By the tefillah. When you talk to Hashem Yitbarach, in the most simple way of them all, you just open your mouth and you're saying, Hashem, Abba, I need you. Hashem is here. In that moment, you brought a certain situation that to do the same thing by learning, you have to be, I don't know in which level. To bring Hashem Yitbarach to be with you because of the satisfaction that He receives from your limud, you should be so holy and to learn so lishma. And in the moment that you say, Abba, this is it. You say, Father, this is it. Hashem is here. What? What do you need? I'm here. What do you need? How can I help you? This is Hashem. And you don't need to hold no level. You don't need to be no righteous man, no holy man, no learner, no successful. You just need to be honest. קרוב Hashem lechol korav, lechol asher יקראו, ve'emet. Hashem is close to everyone that calls Him, to everyone that calls Him with truth. Truth means to talk from the heart. To tell Him, Hashem, I don't know what's going to be with me. I don't see no hope. I don't see no hope. I don't see myself succeeding. I cannot sit and learn. I'm not doing my Bodedut right. I'm not guarding my eyes. I'm not shomer et habrit like I should. I'm not doing nothing seriously enough. I'm not davening like I should. I'm not doing nothing, Ribono Shel Olam. I'm not donating to tzedakah enough. What's going to be with me, Ribono Shel Olam? That point of truth is so high. Is so high. The seal of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is truth. And Hashem is there and Hashem is with you. And Hashem is not judging you after this, you confess. When the devil came to complain on David HaMelech, the Zohar HaKadosh is saying that he came to complain, to say he was sinning, all of that story with Bathsheba. Kadosh Baruch Hu in the Zohar HaKadosh, Rav Shimon Bar Yohai is telling us that the Kadosh Baruch Hu told the Mekatreg, the Satan, he told him, David HaMelech already told me all about it. What you coming to tell me? I know. You cannot complain if I know that complaint. I heard it, okay. What's you have something else? You have something new? David HaMelech already confessed, this is it. There's no judgments. In the moment that you confess, there's no judgments on you. This is it. What can I'm sorry Hashem, I sinned. I'm sorry Hashem, I lied. I'm sorry Hashem, I forgot. I'm sorry Hashem, I failed. Alright, this is it. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu is judging you, there's no judgments anymore. He's judging you only with kindness. He understands you. You cannot judge your friend until you can come to his place. Which place? Mekomo shel olam. Until you become to be like Hashem. Only Hashem can judge. And when Hashem is judging, there's no judgments. HaKadosh Baruch Hu understands you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has got that 50th gates of Tshuva that we talked about. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu Himself does Tshuva. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Himself understands that it's not our fault. He knows that we have Yetzer Hara. He realized that. He understands that. He's not criticizing you. He's not chasing you. He's not angry. Just sometimes the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like that you're saying to your children, I'm not going to give you this and that. No, you're not going to go. Why? You want him to go, but you want him also to wake up on a certain understanding. And if you're not going to wake up, so you're really not going to let him go. But actually the one that really going to be sorry, going to be you. You're telling him, no, I'm not going to give you that reward, what that I told you. You're not going to have a share to the world to come. You're going to be punished, hell, this and that. It's all imaginations. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to punish. Come on, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to punish someone. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is so cruel, Chas Shalom, to create a world to punish people. This is what that He wants. All of that concept of punishment, it's for a certain person that doesn't want to be fixed. And he's closing the life on himself, that he's keep on sinning and sinning, and he's separating himself physically, daily, from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and holding himself strong and stronger every day to the physical world. So after 120 years, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to help him. And you have to lose that grip in the physical world. So this is why he received all of those punishments, to separate him from all of lust and desires. All those punishments are also only to divide him, to separate him from the physical world, from all of his attachment to the physical side. With that purpose of connecting him to the real purpose, to the real Hashem, to the real me. Real what that there is, that it's only Hashem. And lucky is that person that wakes up on that while he still got the free choice. And each and every one of us have free choice. The free choice is to want Hashem. And you can want Hashem no matter what happens in your life. And on that we need to put all of our effort to want Hashem. To want Hashem. Now you're in prison. Can you serve Him from prison? Yes, by wanting. To want Hashem. This is what that you can do, so do that. If Hashem will want to give you more opportunities, more abilities, He's going to open the gates for you. He's going to open the path for you. He's going to give you money. He's going to give you a shidduch. He's going to give you a house. He's going to give you wisdom. He's going to let you finish us. If you're going to need that, you're going to do. You're going to have all of that. For now, if you're going to have things that you don't need, they're just going to ruin for you. For us, we're falling all of the time to those confusions. But the Torah is saying that I should get married. But the Torah is saying that I should have my parnasah, that I'm not supposed to take from other people. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu is beyond the Torah. If the Torah is saying that you should get married, and you learn that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He's the one that is making the shidduchim, and now you're not married, so what else can you do? What can you do? To force someone, to threaten a woman, what you gonna do? Buy a gun? What you gonna do? You cannot. She doesn't want. What you gonna do? Borolam doesn't want. What you can do? You don't want. What can you do? You don't want to get married. You feel that it's too heavy for you. What can you do? No. Get married anyway. And what you gonna do then? Fight with your wife day and night, gonna hate her that she ruined your life? This is for that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to get married. You're going to have children and you're going to hate them. You're going to feel that they locked you, that all of your life, that your rabbi, he was forcing you, and Judaism, and that Breslov cult made you crazy. For that, to get married, this is the mitzvah. It's not a mitzvah. Something is wrong here. If you're not happy, something is wrong. If you're not doing things out of joy, out of understanding, you can do even hard things out of happiness and out of understanding. If you have that ability to do hard things out of joy, do hard things. But if not, first of all, you have to be happy. You have to have Hashem Yitbarach with you in the picture. Hashem Yitbarach not only to believe that He exists, also that He is good and kind. And doing only good. And when you have that, alright, now move on. Move on. Get married, work, learn, whatever. If you don't have the basic, the foundation that calls faith, Ba Chavakuk ve'emidan al achat. Came Chavakuk and he put all the obligations leaned on one. V'tzadik be'emunato yichyeh. That the righteous man can live only with faith. And Rabbeinu said, if a person doesn't have faith, chayav enam chayim. He's not alive. He live in a lie. He live in sadness, in angers, in frustrations, in kfirot. Because he hates that person, and he's got problems with that man, and that neighbor makes him suffer, and it's not the truth. And his wife all of the time rebukes him. You need to believe that there is nothing except of the Creator. And the Creator just try to talk to you in a language that you're going to understand. And if you're going to work on your ears to have emunat chachamim, to open your ears to hear what chachamim are telling you, you're going to be able to understand the language of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. To work on emunat chachamim, to believe that to what the chachamim are saying to us. And then you can understand what Hashem is saying, what Hashem is talking all about. And if not, if you refuse and all of the time you're arguing and cannot hear the chachamim and you have your own wisdom all of the time, you don't understand what's going on here. In the end you say, hey, what's going on? You don't understand. Why? I'm a good Jew. You're right. Rav Shalom is writing that in Garden of Faith. A good Jew that drives against the direction, he can do an accident. Very good Jew, the best Jew of them all. If he's driving the wrong way, he will die in that accident. Nothing can stop it. You need to learn how to drive. Oh, but he's such a good Jew, he's such a good person, he's so kind. Right, he doesn't know how to drive. This is it. You're driving in the wrong way. You can be very nice, but there are things that you have to do. Borei Olam obligates us in mitzvot tshuva. Mitzvot tshuva, this is a must. It's like to throw away the trash, to throw the garbage away. So you're going to say, why I'm going to do that every day? Why I'm going to do that every day? I'm sinning and then I need to do tshuva. And in the second day I need to do tshuva again because I was sinning again. If you're not going to remove the trash every day, after 2 weeks you're going to have such a pile in the street that you're not going to be able to live in that neighborhood, right? So for that you need to remove the piles of trash, of garbage that you create every day, even that you're going to keep on creating more for tomorrow. You have to. Because if not, life going to be unbearable. You're never going to be able to stand your situation. This is how people come to that place that they want to die, that they don't have no more powers anymore, that this is it for them, because it stinks. Because they're not removing the filth, they're not doing tshuva. And in the moment that you're doing tshuva, this is it, there's no more judgment. How are you going to know that you're not chasing yourself in the field and you're not just blaming yourself? If after doing tshuva you came out from the field happy, you made tshuva. If you came out sad from the field, you were just blaming yourself and fighting with yourself and you were not doing tshuva. After that you're doing tshuva, you feel light. You feel good. You feel relieved. Kadosh Baruch Hu help me. Baruch Hashem. Thank you Hashem that you helped me to confess. You removed that out of my back. It's not a yoke anymore. This is it. Now I'm happy. Now I can move on in my life. This is the gift of tshuva that makes you lighter, makes you happy, makes everything shines for you. Even the difficulties, even the hard times. You understand Hashem Yitbarach is humiliating me. Hashem Yitbarach is with me. When you understand that, you can live. You have on what to lean, you have on what to count. You have Borei Olam with you. And if a person really counts on the Creator, he's got powers like the Creator himself. Every decree that you're going to decree, Borei Olam going to keep that. Like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yohai that said, I can help to cancel all judgments. יכול אני לפתור את כל העולם כולו מן הדין. Can remove all judgments. And Rav Shalom said that every year in Lag BaOmer, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is standing in heaven and saying, I can remove all judgments. And it's written that Yom Lag BaOmer is higher than Yom Kippur. Because even in Yom Kippur, the tshuva depends in certain things. If that person forgive or not. But Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he's the one that's in charge in Lag BaOmer on all judgments. And he can remove them. In what it depends? In how much you connect yourself to that faith. That you believe in the power of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That you believe that there is a Rebbe that now stands in heaven and saying with a voice that makes all of the world shake, I can cancel all judgments. He's got that ability. The world was supposed to be destroyed, and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai canceled that judgment. And the voice of the Shechina went out and said, Ashrecha Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. You, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. The world exists only because of you. This is Lag BaOmer. And we have those righteous people with us every day. Every day of our lives, we have those righteous people with us. If now you're going to talk to Baba Sali, you think Baba Sali cannot hear you. Now you're going to talk to Rabbi Milubavitch, you think he's not with you. Now talk to Rabbi Nachman Ibreslev, to the Magdi Mezrich, to Baal Shem Tov. He's not here. To the Chafetz Chaim, to the Gaon Mivilna. You think he's not with you? You think he cannot hear you? You think he's limited like that you're limited? Because you're limited, so you blame him that you think that you imagine to yourself that he's also limited like you? He cancelled his body totally, so he's cancelled to infinity and he's here. He's present. He's here. It's written in so many books. Righteous people are coming and going, and spirits, and it's all alive. Just the Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us a certain eyes that cannot see those things. Because if we will see those things, you're going to get crazy. Or that it's going to cancel our free choice. and we're all going to serve Hashem Yitbarach and Mesirut Nefesh, and this is it. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to serve Him out of our free will, that we're going to choose. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to succeed, to win in that battle, in that fight, in that war against Yetzer Hara. He wants you to have two options, and you're going to choose life. You're going to choose the right one. That you're going to choose out of prayers, out of Mesirut Nefesh, out of crying, out of ma'amatzim, effort. Where is Hashem? What's going on in this world that looks like darkness? In this world that looks like hell? That people are sick, that children are sick, that houses are ruined, that people are so poor, that there are wars and people are dying. And in this world you need to fight, to be a Jew, to be a believer, to be a Maccabi, to be whatever, to be righteous, to be a warrior, to fight, to be a Breslever, to be a fighter, to look for Hashem, to seek for Hashem, even that you cannot see Him, to say, my commander will never gonna leave me alone in the field. My commander, the king, is with me. I cannot see him. I feel like I'm all alone. I'm gonna win that war alone. I don't mind. Rabbi Natan said, even if Rabbi Nachman Mibreslev gonna come and hit me with a thick beam of wood and gonna tell me, don't be close to me in Rosh Hashanah, I will hide and I'm gonna be with him in Rosh Hashanah. If now Chas v'Shalom Harav gonna enter to this class, gonna say, Rabbi Isai, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing, this is it, you cannot come here anymore. What should do tomorrow morning? What should we do? Harav is calling you, Mr. Moshe, I don't want you to come to the yeshiva anymore. So what I'm gonna do with myself? But I'm gonna tell you, you cannot put tefillin anymore. What can you do? So what, really you're not gonna put tefillin? That was the choice that Elisha Acher chose. He heard the voice, everyone are welcome to the world to come, except of Elisha Acher. He said, wonderful, thank you. Actually, he wanted that from before. He didn't want it. He found an excuse, he found a reason not to come to the Beit Midrash anymore. He was hearing Greek music before, and he was learning from books of philosophy before already. And it's all started with his father. It was a long story that he wasn't part of all of that Jewish thing for a long, long time before. And he found an excuse. This is it. Now it's time to have fun. And he went and started to break Shabbos and doing whatever he wanted. He found an excuse. If Borei Olam is saying to you, you don't have a share to the world to come, so what now you're going to do? Stop serving Hashem Yitbarach? No world to come. Baal Shem Tov said from now on that he heard a voice told him in court in heaven, you're not going to have a share in the world to come. He was happy. He was thrilled. Why are you so happy? They asked him. He said, now I can serve Hashem L'Shem Shamayim. Only for Him. No reward. This is it. That's a Hara back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Give him his reward back. What I'm going to do with him? If you're deciding that you serve Hashem Yitbarach and you don't care about nothing, but I'm sinning, so what? If you're going to fall to sadness, to frustration, to anger, to I don't know which depression, is it going to help you to go out to stop sinning, or just going to make things worse? For sure that the sadness is going to drag you to fall even lower and lower. So just decide that you don't care. You're wounded, you have Yetzer Hara, and this is it. Someone told me yesterday, David Shlomo Katz, he told me that he was in a meeting of a group that their name is Dror for the Wounded. We opened the branch of Dror for the Wounded. You're wounded. You're wounded in the war. You've been damaged. This is it. Yetzer Hara fight on you from first day. Put a huge screen in your living room. Make your parents busy. And this is it. And you grow up wild. So now how can you be righteous? How can you be righteous? No one expects you to be righteous. Just Borei Olam expects us to want. He wants your will. Kudsha berichu liba bai. He wants your heart. He wants you to show that you want to serve Him in Mesirut Nefesh. That you say, Rotze ani, I want. I want to guard my eyes. I'm not able to do that. I don't have no connection to the understanding how to do that. I tried it once, twice, banged myself in the bus station. I cannot do it anymore. This is it. One time a guy came to the yeshiva, so wounded, all of his forehead was bleeding. I asked him what happened. He said, I tried to guard my eyes. Mamash, he opened his forehead. We don't know how to do that. I'm going to close my eyes. You see a Rav drives, you don't understand how he drives. You can see a Rav drives here in those streets, you cannot understand. He's driving like that. You can see him guarding his eyes. You can never catch his eyesight when he's driving. You cannot. He's guarding his eyes while he's driving. You cannot understand. He bought that. And he said that he made all of the tricks that he could. He bought sunglasses and he was putting T-Pex, was painting them from inside and lived only a crack, look under, and he put a towel on his eyes. And he said nothing helped. Until I started to pray on that daily. That Hashem gonna give me that Mary to guard my eyes. And this is it. And after a few years, he started. He succeeded, finally. So us, we're in that place that we need to want. That we need to pray. That we need to ask for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Give us more time. Thank you, Rabbi Isai. Chazak u'baruch.